This video, just like many other videos, are about applied music theory. The topic shouldn't be scary, it's really simple, and that's why I prepared for you a free mini music theory course. It's completely free, it's very easy to follow, and it's basically the key that is going to unlock all the other videos on this channel. Check it out, guitarinfusion.com, but for now, let's get into this video. Today I'm working on a piece that I started a long time ago, and I'm kind of stuck. I need something melodic, something catchy, and I have no idea what to play. Should I go with the Dorian scale, the musicality scale, a sweeping thing? None of that. I'm going to show you exactly how you can get unstuck. Yes, it's very simple, but so powerful. We're going to get started right after this. Hi, my name is David Wallerman. Welcome to this channel, which is all about helping guitar players around the world find their unique voice on the instrument, develop that voice to tell their own musical personality. And today is exactly that. That's exactly the thing that is going to help you find your own voice inside. So here's the scenario. I'm working on this piece, and I started with these chords that you heard in the intro. I think that works fine. And so forth. A nice little intro to draw the listener in. But then at some point, when I stopped, I thought I needed something else. I was not going to just continue those chords over and over. I want something else that is going to catch the attention of the listener even more, to really hook him into what I have to say next. Composition, I think, is all about storytelling, and just like a storytelling experience, it's not necessarily the story that matters. You can tell any story, but what really matters is the experience that the listener, you, is having when you're listening to what I have to say. The story itself really doesn't matter. It's the way that it's delivered, I think. The intonation, the elements of surprise, and I could talk about anything. If I am a good speaker, you're going to be engaged into what I'm saying, and that's what I'm after here. So the piece we're playing over is this. So I've got my chords, and I want something else. So I could go the theory route, right? I could ask myself, right, what is this chord? Well, I don't have perfect ear. I really don't know. I would have to try to figure out, what I'm hearing in my head, play it. In this case, I know it's an E major 7, but I don't necessarily know that when I have to play over something, right? And that's not necessarily, I think, the first way to approach a song. I think the very first thing that you should do when you are playing over something or composing is really think like a composer, not think like a technician. If I start thinking about E major 7, I could play, I've got an Ionian mode over that would work. Okay. Got that scale, but then I've got another chord coming, which is that A, and does the E major, E Ionian fit the A? And see where I'm going? It's very mathematical, and that will result in maybe something that works harmonically, but it might not work as far as, the catching the listener, really expressing what I want to say. So I could maybe go the technical way, where once I figure out my scales, I find my patterns, and I play in sequence, that kind of thing, that kind of thing, and that will result in something that might be valid on a guitar point of view. It fits. But is that really drawing the listener in? No, it's kind of satisfying my ego in a way. Well, maybe not that. That was kind of lame, but it's not really me. So how do I get out of that? Well, by doing this, by putting this down. I say this all the time. I feel that I'm repeating myself, but truth is, most players are not going to do this literally. They're going to think that, I don't really need to put my guitar down. I could just have it here and pretend to have it down. Well, the problem with that is that you're sitting a certain way when you have your instrument on you, or standing a certain way. And just having this close to yourself, touching this, does something in your mind. You're starting to think like a guitar player. And that comes with all the guitar knowledge that you've acquired. And you're going to start to think in terms of, what do I know on the guitar, and how can I use that to the best ability I can to play over this thing. Don't do that. Put it down, literally down, out of sight, out of mind. You're not thinking like a guitar player. You know that the guitar will be the tool, the pencil. The story will come from inside. And that's what I did actually prior to shooting this video. I was working on this piece, and I thought I'd make something over this. And in my car, I just had this. I remembered this. I started singing. Very simple, right? That's McDonald's theme. I do that all the time. But it works. And eventually you have something, oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Great. That's my theme, and that is not something that I would have come up with on the guitar. But it's locked into my mind now. I can just sing this over and over. Now I'm going to use my knowledge of the instrument to replicate what I was singing. And what I was singing was really something within, deep from who I am musically. So now, we're just going to search around. We don't need the backing track for this. We have the theme in our mind. Ba, da, da, ba, da, ba. Let's try to find that. Da. All right. Da, da, no, da, 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 da. Yeah. Da, ba, da, 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 da. Yeah. Na, 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 na. The more you do this, the faster it's going to be. So I've got my theme now, which sounds like this over the backing track. Play that again. That works great. I think. That's cool. It's almost to a point where I feel that what I just played is the only thing that would work on this, because that came from me, or the true me. And if you do the same work on your own by listening to this and singing, something else will come out. And that's the cool thing. Now, I've got my theme. It's not really translated very well on the instrument. This sounds a little clumsy. Sorry, volume up. See that movement? That's not very smooth. Well, that's where you use all your knowledge of the instruments to find something interesting. I've got these notes here. I'm on the second string, frets 9, 7, 5, 4. That, I'm using my ring, index, index, index. Ooh, that's not super comfortable. So I'm going to try to find something else. Maybe pinky, ring, middle, index. That's not comfortable either for me. So, well, what if I used this note and bended to the next one? Oh, that feels more comfortable. It's the same outcome. It's still da 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 bum, da 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 bum, but da 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 dum. More expressive, right? That's cool. It's all contained there in that zone of the fretboard, which is something usually that you want to have. The more contained, the narrower the position, the more in control I think personally I'm going to be over what's going on here. If that's not the case for you, then apply what you sing to your own understanding and your own comfort on the instrument. So let's try that theme over the backing track here, and we'll see what happens. Play that several times to get really comfortable. It wasn't the same, but I'm just kind of varying, doing some variations. And if you mess up, you fix it. Of course. The cool thing is that about doing this, I'm actually working on my instrument. I'm working on a lot of different things here. I'm working on my technique. I'm working on my musicality. I'm working on my expression. I'm working on my sense of melody. And most importantly, I'm working on translating on this pencil, the instrument, the tool, what is really inside of me. And eventually, the work of, putting this down and singing, you will not even have to do this. You'll be able to sing something. You have it inside. But our theme was that is our theme. Now, you see, I'm starting to improvise to go a little bit outside of the original theme, but that's because as I was replicating what I had inside on the guitar, I'm making these connections subconsciously. I'm making the connection that's this, that's the sound. So now I have this locked in, this sound, la 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 la. Now these notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can change the order. La 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 la, la 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 la. I could play that. That's where I make that connection. And you can go a step further by actually looking at what you are playing here and asking yourself this over the chord that you composed or that you're playing over. What is this? Well, these notes are all attracted to this, right? Whatever I play here, that's part of the scale. And if you could figure out which notes you're targeting here by knowing your intervals, in this case I've got a major third, a second, 1, a 7, a 1, and so forth. You're drawing the scale, and as you are drawing that scale mentally and on the instrument, you're making the connections that, all right, this mood, this ambiance is really has a name. And if you can figure out the name, which is also the blueprint, the formula of the scale, that's where you work on your harmony and your theory as well. So many things can be done by simply doing this trick, putting this down. And I do this, I really, truly do this all the time when I'm writing something. When I'm improvising, I don't always do that. I probably should, but you don't always have the luxury to do that. But when I'm composing, I really force myself to literally put it down, because no matter how much willpower you have, if you have this on your lap or holding it, you're going to start to think in terms of positions and so forth. That's what I have for you today. And to go a little bit further with this, I have a pack of backing tracks that you can download for free. These backing tracks are in multiple keys, different, they're very melodic, different chord progressions, simple chord progressions. And I purposely don't want you to figure out the scale. I want you to really put the guitar down and figure that out on the instrument over the backing track. And if you don't want to use the backing tracks, you can do it on your own. And then try. Cool. It's almost like an infinity of licks that are already inside of you. You just need to sing them and translate them on the instrument. That's going to help you. That's the only lesson you really need. Then you just add words to those things. So the backing tracks are available for you for free. Just visit the link below, enter your best email address, and I'll be sending you those right away. And you will also be placed on the newsletter, on which I send some free resources just like this one. And every once in a while I'll tell you about my paid programs, but you can unsubscribe anytime. Grab the tracks, see where they lead you. Thanks for watching this. I'll see you very soon. And if you have not subscribed yet, you should consider doing it, because every week On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we have a new video like this one coming out, helping guitar players around the world find their voice on the instrument, develop that voice to tell your own musical story. Thanks for watching this. Practice well.